1 lap from the stand. This the 25-lap Sprint Bandit A-Main feature event with Bobby Clark, car number 17 on the front row. Next to 16-year-old, years young, is Sarah Fisher. Car number 9. Row 2 is Roger McLean, Mike Albright. Row 3, Tim Allison, Tom Rhodes, Travis Miller, Chris Nagy, Greg Litton, and Eric Slade round out the top 10 rows. We're racing at Limaland. Back in 1 and 2, the leader is Bobby Clark, car number 17. He'll carry Sarah Fisher back and off turn 4. It's Clark, Fisher, and McLean. Back in 1 and 2. Still Bobby Clark working the bottom end. Sarah Fisher still running second. Good look at Bobby Clark in the Willie Radiator Clark Oil J&J car. Clark out of Fremont, Ohio, at one time was 300 points behind the point leader Tim Allison. He is now within 50. There's a good look at car number 9. She has never driven a sprint car till tonight here at Limaland. She has plenty of go-kart experience, but her first trip in an open-wheel sprint car, it's been an awesome one. She is 16 years young. She is Sarah Fisher, the niece of Super Sprint ace Charlie Fisher. She's in a new Schnee chassis tonight and doing just phenomenally here. Good look, there comes Mr. Excitement, Tim Allison, now working on Roger McLean, working the high end, looks south side of him, off turn 4. Back to 1 and 2. Allison, the point leader, the OJ car, has won 8 shows in 95 now alongside McLean. They're wheel to wheel in 3 and 4. Allison, Mr. Excitement, is on the move and now running third. He has won 8 shows, as I said, in 95. He is the leading all-time Sprint Bandit winner with caution on the speedway. We are under caution. There is trouble in turn 4. 12th, Jim Eckhart, and Mark Long running 13th. 1 lap at the stand. 6 laps in, 19 laps to go. This our 25-lap Sprint Bandit A-Main event. Bobby Clark from Fremont, Ohio is the leader with Sarah Fisher, Tim Allison, Roger McLean, and Mike Albright in tow. And Allison working inside of Fisher. Off turn 2, Allison works inside the 16-year young lady and puts the move on her. Allison will go second now. Allison running second in the OJ car. Off turn 4. Tim Allison in the OJ car running second in that down tube Maxim. Charlie Fisher motor in that car. Charlie Fisher built motor in that 9 car driven by his niece, Sarah Fisher. What an outstanding effort here tonight from her. 16 years young, unbelievable. There's the distance between the leaders. Bobby Clark showing the way, about a 10-car advantage off turn 4. We'll follow him back to 1 and 2. Bobby Clark in the Willie Radiator Clark Oil Company J&J. He is a 2-time Fremont 360 Sprint Car champion. He is the defending Millstream Sprint. Oh, and trouble right in front of our leader. Yes, indeed, there is trouble right in front of the leader there in turn 4. We'll dial in on that race car. Looks like the 2T of Tom Tomlinson, a rookie on the Sprint Bandit Tour. Tomlinson out of St. Mary's, Ohio, a brand new down tube Maxim with a Marshall Campbell engine. He is spun right in front of the leaders. Fortunately, he collected none. We're under caution again. Rolling again with 9 laps on the board, 16 rounds to go. Interestingly enough, Bobby Clark second in points now, fending off the current point leader Tim Allison running second. Third is still Sarah Fisher over Roger McLean and Chris Nagy, the top 5. We're racing again off turn 4 at Limaland. Back in 1, Clark on the bottom, Allison working the high end. If Allison can get there, he'll have plenty of room to work on Bobby Clark, who continues to work the bottom off turn 4. But already Clark has mustered up a 5-car advantage, or has he? Allison has slimmed it to a 3-car margin off turn 2. Our leaders, Clark and Allison, now working the low end off turn 4. And Clark, make that Allison, is definitely reeling in the leader. Bobby Clark in 1 and 2. Allison peeks outside and is coming in a hurry. Off turn 4. Clark and Allison are stacked up now. Back to 1 and 2. Allison puts the OJ car to the high side of Clark and shows Clark the colors off turn 2. Back in 3 and 4, Allison now takes it down on the bottom. J&J, your leader, a J&J chassis with Clark aboard. with Allison's Maxim working on him. They're already in lap traffic. Bobby Clark still the leader with Allison in tow as they put a lap on Tom Tomlinson, the 2T car, off of turn 4. Great race up front. We'll follow it there. It's still the 17 car of Clark working the bottom. Allison still working the high end, and boy, did he get high off turn 2. Allison likes it down on the bottom off turn 4, and boy, does he ever. Alongside Allison, they're wheel to wheel in 1 and 2 and puts the move. Allison, your new racetrack leader, off turn 2. Allison now over Clark. Back in 1 and 2, Allison shows the way. Clark's working on him, but can he do it? Allison already extending the advantage to a 5-car deal off turn 4. Allison in traffic, though, trying to work around the 63 car of Jim Deuce out of Minster, Ohio. He'll take the high end off turn 2 and make it happen there. Allison puts, and now trouble in front of our leaders. Again, it's now the 10 car of Jeff Williams who has spun. We're under caution. 1 lap at the stand. 17 laps in with 9 to go. Make that 8 to go. Tim Allison, the leader. Bobby Clark running second. It's Chris Nagy running third. Roger McLean and Travis Miller at the top 5 as Clark will try his luck on the high end. Off turn 4, nothing going there. Allison carries Clark back to 1 and 2 and gets a good run off turn 2. Allison already a 5-car advantage back to 3 and 4 as Clark now working the high end and maybe taking the heat from Chris Nagy soon as Allison extends the advantage in 1 and 2. There's the race for second. It's Bobby Clark on the bottom with Chris Nagy in tow. Car number 28, Nagy giving it a fine run tonight. Chris Nagy started outside. Boy, there's trouble up there in turn 4. We're okay, though. We're okay. Let's pick up the leaders there. It's still Tim Allison in the OJ car. 5 to go. 5 laps to go for Tim Allison with Bobby Clark in tow. Chris Nagy. Oh, trouble in turn 4. There's trouble in turn 4. Couple of cars up there. It's Tim Kern, the 28K, in trouble. And looks like the 2 car of Tom Tomlinson with broken front end parts. You see the left wheel broken on that machine, tucked against the steel retaining wall. There are 2 down there in turn 4. I know the yellow car is Tim Kern with a 1-lap signal given at the stand. There are 20 rounds on the board, 20 in the books, just 5 to go. A 5-lap dash for cash with Tim Allison, Bobby Clark, Chris Nagy, Roger McLean, and Travis Miller, the top 5 off turn 4. Allison takes it hard, back to 1 and 2, so does Bobby Clark. Allison about a 3-car advantage, back to 3 and 4. It's Allison, Clark, and Nagy now stacked up off turn 4. 4 to go for Tim Allison. Back in 1 and 2, Clark working the bottom end, Allison working the high side now, and gets a good run, really working well off turn 2. With 3 to go, this time by for Mr. Excitement, the current Sprint Bandit point leader, Tim Allison, continues to show the way. Good close-up of the ABC seamless siding. Mike Pruitt, Lima Ford, Dick Jenkins, Motor Sale, Maxim Entry. Laps winding down in a hurry as Allison now beginning to drift away from the front runners, Bobby Clark and Chris Nagy. There's the advantage between Allison and Clark. About a 10-car deal as Tim Allison takes the white flag. 1 more round for Allison. This will be win number 9. No man has won more in 95 than this guy. The OJ, we call him Mr. Excitement. He gets it done again here tonight. Checkered flag for Tim Allison. Bobby Clark is second. Chris Nagy third. Tim Allison fourth. Greg Litton fifth. Mike Albright sixth. Roger McLean seventh. Eric Slade is eighth. Great run from the rookie Sarah James to finish ninth, and Ben Rutan completes the top 10. Let's go down and meet our winners. Once again, joining Mr. Excitement in Victory Lane. There's a lot of that going on these days. That's number 9 in 95. Congratulations, another awesome effort.
Yeah, I tell you what, I got to thank everybody for coming out because the crowd's what supports us. I thank you all for coming out, and it's great to win at my home track again. I tell you what, the Dick Jenkins, ABC Seamless, Allen Honda, Kawasaki, Frontier Village, Sellers Auto Body, Ron Brenneman from, and Rocky Shores, and the crew gave me a great car tonight, and I got a great car owner. I can't say enough. It was a good deal. The motor's a new motor, and it's working great. I got a great car owner and a great crew, and we're just heading forward, and we want that championship at the end of the year.